there are going to be times where you're going to have disappointment in life and in this business and helping people. And one of the most important lessons I think I learned early on was how to manage that disappointment. I know there's some people on this call right now. You're disappointed because you didn't go as far as you thought you were going to. You're disappointed because, I had a coach on our team that was really counting on, someone promised, gave him credit card info and said, run it on this day. Anybody ever had this happen? And then the day comes and they're like, oh, hey, hold on, I can't do it now. Those things are going to happen. Bottom line, that's life. Like Jim Rohn says, there's going to be some great seasons. There's going to be summer. There's going to be spring. There's going to be fall. There's going to be winter. Seasons are going to come. The wind's going to blow all kinds of different directions. And it's really about the set of our sail that determines where we personally are going to go in life. The wind blows the same on everyone. And if you can learn, if all of us can learn and continue to learn and apply this, how to manage our disappointments, you will go far. And the reason why is the only way, and I believe this wholeheartedly with 100% of my heart, the only way that any single person on this call or watching this video can fail as a health coach in this business is by quitting or stopping doing the action. That is the only way that you will fail. The only way you will fail is to not get back up one more time. I have seen that over and over again with coaches. If you stay in consistent action, everybody's going to move at a different pace. Everybody's going to have different results. But if you stay in, put your head down, do the action, and manage your disappointment, you will not fail. Guarantee that. Too many people, this is why people don't make it. This is why it doesn't work for certain people, is because they can't handle the disappointment or the discouraging seasons too long and they jump off the ship. And that's like being out in the middle of an ocean on your way to a destination where you really want to be. Every one of you on this call, you're on your way to a destination where you want to be. You remember when you signed up to coach, what you wanted? You remember where you wanted to go and what you were going to do with this, how far you were going to take it. And now you're out on that ship and there's a storm brewing around you. And the absolute worst thing you can do in the middle of a ship, in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of a storm is jump off and quit. And sometimes your disappointment will cause you to want to do that. And this wasn't supposed to be about quitting, but I'm kind of taking it there. It's really just supposed to be about disappointment and how to manage it. But I realized the only way you're going to fail is by quitting or stopping action. So, and here's why disappointment and managing it is so important. Disappointment is the only thing that can cause, is one of the only things that can cause you to do both of those things, quit or stop action. Disappointment paralyzes. Have you ever been there? You're all set up, you're excited, you're ready to do some calls. The first one goes really bad. You don't feel like getting back on that next call, do you? You feel like putting the phone down, going and popping some popcorn and sitting in front of the TV. Extra butter, baby, right? That's what you feel like. But is that what we do? No, we don't do that. Leaders and winners manage their disappointment and they get back up and they go on to that next phone call. And that's exactly how you manage disappointment. A couple tips real quick. How do you manage disappointment? Number one, decide ahead of time what you're going to do when disappointment comes your way. Decide right now when you're in an excited, fired up, on mission mood, what you're going to do next time you feel disappointment. It's called a pre-choice choice. You make a choice before you're in the middle of the storm whether you're going to jump off the boat or not. So what are you going to do next time you face disappointment? First of all, recognize it. Don't let it sneak up on you. When it's there, go. It's kind of like stop, challenge, choose, right? Okay, this is disappointment. Say it out loud. I'm disappointed. And then decide, is there anything I can learn from it? Okay? Was I too attached to the outcome? Were they unrealistic expectations? Or was I not in, maybe there's a rank you're going for and you took a week off and you weren't in action when you know you really wanted to and you committed to at the beginning. Learn from that. Don't let yourself off the hook. Learn from it, but don't live and wallow in disappointment. Number 4, get into action. That's the biggest way that you can combat disappointment. Get back into action. And I said, anytime I've experienced disappointment, fear, failure, I'm going to do 10 times the action. And that accomplishes 2 things. Number 1, it drives the disappointment out. It drives it out and I get a win under my belt. but it also builds my business. Because normally if I'm disappointed, it's because something didn't go my way. Well, if I do 10 times the action, get on 10 times the number of phone calls, 10 times the number of shares, 10 times the amount of friend requests on Facebook or whatever, that's going to make up for whatever that non-win was. And then the last thing is surround yourself with positive people and positive input. When you're experiencing disappointment, get around people. Do not get around other people that wallow in their disappointment. Do not get around other people that you guys can have a little whiny baby party together. All right? Get around people that are going to tell you get off your butt. They're going to be positive. They're going to be on mission with you. And you know what? Your health coach is probably that person. Call them. Hey, I'm disappointed. You know what? I told a coach this week, hey, you're getting some negative energy. Positive it up. Let's do this. You're on mission. Let's go, baby. You're getting there. Get around people. Fill yourself with personal development. Don't go on a video binge or a personal development binge, but fill yourself. Get some positive input.